Lower the phone in my headset and get this run. Hopefully it'll recognize the controller. Oh, good. Health upgrade, and now let's see, moving on. Not a whole lot happening right now. Just gonna put these arrows to come by. Neat little tutorial if you missed the first health upgrade. Well, not tutorial, just like a training. Like, it is possible to get both of these guys. I'm just trying to remember the best way to do it. That works too? Okay. Well, let's try to get more fans. Nope.
When the prince was struck by the sands of time, something was woken within. Something strange and cunning. Something dark. The 7 years spent on the run had embittered the prince and made him hard. This burden sustained his other half, gave it strength. The prince was tempted to do as it said, for it was a light in the darkness, offering comfort and guidance to a man who had just lost everything. But what were its intentions? Why did it happen? Only time would tell.
Hopefully, Ichthyos joins the voice chat.
Babylon. It's so far away. As a child, Father would tell me stories.
Pay attention. Something's happening down there.
And
Is that?
first look,
It's the Vizier.
first look of the
He's
Vizier.
been completely transformed.
Interesting. He has used the power of the sands to transform his army. His artifacts will allow him to transport them across the city with ease. He appears to be in complete control. Things do not look too good for you at the moment.
And
I will not let the Vizier have Babylon. My city, my throne.
let's see. So
He has used that beam as a gate. We will follow him through it.
you don't actually fall through, via gate portal, like the game kind of implies you would. No, instead,
Is this where I should
you
go?
just close each gate, and each gate you close gives you like a power up or upgrade of sorts, or send credits to buy the character art, and whatnot. And killing, we want to stealth kill all the guards, protecting each portal to make things a lot easier. and we want to get the Red Guard's sword that they drop, because we then will have infinite sands. The sands regenerate.
Well, that certainly went according to plan, did it not? You really should know by now that entering portals made of sand only leads to trouble.
I will simply have to resort to a more traditional form of transport.
Hopefully with greater success.
Let's see, I'm just gonna... So I'm not gonna be using the sword I just picked up, but because I want to have it for as long as possible, to have infinite sands, and to make things easier than the game. I mean, the game is already relatively easy, very easy, but I want to make things even easier. And doing a double speed kill. I love the double speed kill animation. However, once you've seen each different speed kill type, you've seen you've seen them all, and there's only like four or five different speed kill types, animations, and yeah, you're gonna be doing speed kills a lot. Okay, weird. Not sure if I'll count that towards the glitch or not. Now, having regenerating sands is not necessary. I just like to have it. And Brun's being stupid. Wait a wee bit so I don't bump into them. And of course, no matter how loud the speed of kill is, or anything like that, the other guard will not notice the missing guard. Yep. Yeah, see, no reaction whatsoever. And people say Skyrim's still laughably bad. I mean, yeah, this came out before Skyrim, but still. And if you play this game, you know what's coming up soon. And yeah, every time you go into Dark Prince mode, you lose your secondary weapon. One! Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna say with one exception, but I remembered. No. And here we become Spider-Man. And it's speed kill. First place, yeah. Instead of pressing the dagger attacks button, you button mash. Well, it says B3, but it's essentially your secondary or speed kill button. And I think this is the first time we get to a speed kill as the Dark Prince. But now when he's doing the choking speed kill, there's no button mashing. Done.
Wonderful. Do we not have enough to deal with already?
Let's see. There's a neat little Easter egg in this area, but before I show it off, I'm just going to defeat all of these guys first. And I guess the two guards were just standing still here. And the other two, don't know. Oh. Okay, so those two came from above. So, oh, I guess there is something. I was gonna say, if they came from above, and there was no way for them to come above. How did they get here? You can become a helicopter just to imitate. Nah. More fighting. Fun. And well, fighting is basically the Dark Prince's thing. But the Easter egg, essentially, you climb up this pillar, or it's either this pillar or this one. I forget which one specifically. It's one or the other.
Sound team is composed of Alice Bernier, lead sound designer, Annalise Stidham, sound designer, Olivier Girard, Simon Leduc, and Dave Blake, sound integrators, Robin LaFortune, sound programmer, and the sound bat for aggressive negotiation.
Neat little Easter egg. Okay, I kinda messed that one up, but didn't matter anyways. Prince pole dancing. Nice. I think, yeah, I think these are infinite fighting. Nope, I'm forgetting something. So let's... Yeah, that's what I'm forgetting. Oh, game. There we go. A useful move that is situational, like very situational. And I hate this part. I mean,
That chariot should get us home.
you do this chariot race, like chase, like 2 or 3 times. First time is not that bad, but after that it gets annoying because the controls are kind of bad.
Are you sure you can control this thing?
Like,
Let us hope. If I crash, it is the end for both of us.
I kind of like the Dark Prince.
The prince! Stop him!
And so once more the prince began the journey home, his mind afire with visions of the justice he would visit upon the vizier.
Because
Be vigilant.
what you want to do with controlling the chariot is just basically light taps
Turn right.
with the controller and not like hard.
Head left.
And it's also a bit of trial and error.
You have done well, Prince.
And
Though I'm sure it was not intentional.
as many retries as you have full sand tanks. Otherwise, yeah. And I'm gonna probably mess up this turn. Yeah. That's a giant cart.
Watch out! That was close. Behind that column.
We made it!
Hold your horses.
Come on!
Okay. The prince has amazing luck for that to happen. I found that kind of funny when I was a
The
kid.
once bright and vibrant streets of Babylon now stood all but deserted, its inhabitants either dead or fled. Those left behind suffered terribly, captured, tortured, and transformed. But the prince did not notice this.
Amazing.
So focused
movements.
was he on the vizier.
So amazing, I wish you could do it in-game. But no. Just basic, vertical, and horizontal. Why do you gotta tease us, game? I'm just trying to check something on my laptop and it's being a button for right now.
I'm impressed.
Oh, good. Your opinion means a great deal to me.
Is that how you
Oh,
thank the man
yeah.
who just saved your life?
First, you did not save my
I always
life.
forget that
I did.
the ledger's
Second,
grabbable.
you are not a man. Just a disembodied voice. A ghost. And third, I never asked for your help. And I certainly do not need it.
While I admire your bravado, you would be wise to show some respect.
It's
And you would be wise to keep quiet. You are distracting me and we are no longer alone.
It's interesting how, as the Dark Prince, every breakable object will always give you sand, but as the Light Prince, not always. It's, you know, luck-based kinda, sorta. And I like to have full sand tank. Even when like 3 is enough.
Shall I continue my story from here if you are called away? I will continue my story from here next time.
Put him with the others.
Why are you doing this? We have done nothing wrong.
Save your crying for someone.
And then
I should do
that's another thing that
Go ahead,
kinda
all to your death. That will be of great use.
that
to
kind
me.
of bothered me the first time I played this. One, the sand creatures are talking, and 2, there's still humans that are alive, besides Prince, Vizier, and Farah. Like in Sands, you know. I think I... No, but... Once again, I assumed I messed up bad. When in turn, the mess up also works in my favor. One thing I never noticed when I first played is the birds are alerting the guards for like 2 seconds, but still. I don't get why this angle would be useful when this angle is a lot more useful.
Don't take me there! Anywhere but that place!
Something is happening down there.
Whatever it is, it will continue until you have defeated the Vizier. You cannot help these people.
Then let us make haste.
I like how he's forever beating up that civilian. I mean, I don't like the fact that the civilian is being beat up, just that's an endless animation loop, essentially. And figuring out the time, like, so I consider, like, these speed kills to be, like, bit like puzzles, and figuring out the timing and all that, you know, to optimize the speed kills can be kind of tricky. I mean, it starts off easy. But it gets harder the further you are in the game. Especially when you're dealing with speed kills on enemies that take like 5 hits in a speed kill, and others where you have to watch out for like 5 or 6 different guards, and each with their own pattern, and some kind of counteract others, and just have to really be watchful of what's going on. And why the prince can't wall run up this, I don't know. I mean, I get the game doesn't want you to go in that direction, but still, should be able to wall run it. It's a flat enough surface for the prince. I mean, if you can wall run up this, why not the wooden fence? It's just another nitpicky thing. And yeah, these 2 guards tripped me up. Like, little things like this tripped me up when I first played the game. Well, first few times. It took me a little while to realize you can actually speed kill these guys, and other speed kill puzzles. It took me a while to realize the optimized way to get all of them. And the trick with this one is like this guard, it looks like he will notice you from a mile away, and yet no, he's blind. He's just only focused on this wall. That's it. Interesting. And here we get our new enemy type, the dogs. And see, yeah, that's why you don't want to use the red guard's sword, because it goes like it goes down like 3 hits.
To feed off the sands. Kill them before they steal any more.
So you want to just use the dagger against them. And yeah, as the Dark Prince says, they will steal the sands from you. unless you have the infinite regenerating sword with you, then you're fine. And I did not discover the regenerating sand sword. I actually read it online, and I had to test it on my next playthrough because it sounded too good to be true, and just one of those cheats on game facts or whatever that just sounds like someone just made up on the spot. And there's a trick to killing these dogs real quick, and it's just dagger tail, stab, and you're good to go.
Onward and upward.
Okay, that was a bad jump.
Onward and upward, Prince. Hurry to the palace and reclaim your throne.
I'm moving as fast as I can. What do you suggest? That I grow wings and fly?
One can always dream.
Probably one of the Dark Prince's best lines, in my opinion. Yeah. Unlike with the chained chained lights, those poles, you can't be wall running, you have to jump. Something I kind of forget from time to time. And another really short Dark Prince section. It kind of makes the Dark Prince kind of pointless. And at the same time, it kind of makes me wish you could switch between the two at whim. And
Babylon's defenders
when I
still
first
live.
heard about
The
the
city's
Dark
not
Prince aspect of the game,
Is this where I should go?
I thought you would be able to
Perhaps
switch
others among
on
them.
whim, so I was kind of disappointed that it was story related, each transformation. And I love it when games have like transformations like on a whim kind of thing, or you can switch characters on a whim. One of the first games I played that allowed you to switch on a whim. Oh wow. Would have to be Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban on a PS2. And like Two Thrones, I heard you could switch between Harry, Ron, and Hermione on a whim. Got it on PC, like I had the first two, and and at the time I didn't have a PS2 at the time,
Who is there?
but
You have
I
done me a
was
great service.
disappointed on
Show
that in the
yourself, that I
PC
might thank
version you can't switch on a whim, and
So very strange.
there is a modding community for the first three Prince of Persia
It is
games
silly to think such things.
that's still active, and that amazes me. And like so active that they formed a petition to bring at least the first three Harry Potter games, PC and PS2 versions, onto Steam, and I even signed that petition, and it just, yeah, it blows my mind, and just how alive the community really is, and I really do hope at least the first three Harry Potter games make it onto Steam or even Origin, and I preferred the PC version, but if they could do PC and PS2 versions, that would be even much better. And this one guard is dead. Oh, how do you survive a neck slice? Seriously. But yeah, I feel like I accidentally broke his loop with the birds. Because he was just going in circles. It'd be kind of cool if we could use the bow and arrow in this game. Rance, your wall running abilities.
More rooftops.
Indeed. Irritating little detour. But let us be on with it. Head down to street level and we will look for a way to regain the rooftops.
You are an insistent inner voice, aren't you?
Well, someone has to make the decisions.
Can't you, in theory, just jump across and then go up and then... I mean, in theory, I'm seeing an alternative route, but... Of course, this is not open world. I wish if Ubisoft brought back Prince of Persia, they would actually make it open world. That would be really cool. But then bringing back Prince of Persia, that's just a pipe dream. And really, yeah, it's gonna happen. And yet, this E3 gave us multiple surprises, including Beyond Good and Evil 2. So, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Prince of Persia could make a return. Now, the real question is, should it be another reboot or a continuation? And in my opinion, I'd say make it a reboot. Not like the 2008 reboot, but like a new, like, Sans reboot, essentially. That would be cool. And here we're gonna get the second health upgrade. If I can just, there we go. I wonder. Yep, it's this one. This is to the health upgrade. Yeah, they actually want you to jump across and not just drop down. Some little things like that I kind of forget. What would be cool is corner wall running, which I don't think is actually possible, but if 2008 Prince of Persia can have ceiling wall running, why can't we have corner wall running? Just, you know, break reality. And I thought I was in line. Guess not. That kind of startled me. Yeah. Let's see. Up, 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 up. A glitch you can control. Well, you know, you can do it max 6 times. Oh yeah, having the prince float. That yeah, that's a glitch. I would count that. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 2008 Prince also had some form of a corner wall run. Years ago when I first got into Minecraft and I had the redstone, I always imagined I would make hidden doors and trapdoors and whatnot, similar to that in the Prince of Persia games. I'm sure that is possible to a degree, but I don't know how easy it would actually be. Yeah, remember this guy?
This thing was once a man. He was there when Kylena died.
Yep. Took me a while to realize that. And he is our first boss fight. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. There's boss fights in this game.
Oh, I think he wants a kiss.
Yeah, just the right amount of level of sass.
Yes, not.
Okay. Please let me get a chance to hit you.
Go for the eyes, Prince. He cannot kill you if he cannot see you.
You know, yeah, I just remember, I'm an idiot. Order of events, got mixed up. So yeah, this is kind of like a puzzle boss. I said kind of, because you go for the speed kills. But there's more to it than just speed killing. Part of me wants to kind of start over, so I would have full health. That should be fine. I just, again, forgot the order of events. People complain that this prince isn't brutal enough. Tell me how more brutal you really need to be.
Now bring him to his knees.
If stabbing a giant in the eyes isn't, like, how is that not brutal enough for you? Seriously.
See you. Move in and attack him directly.
fighting down the back. Seriously. And as for the lack of blood, how can you really expect sand creatures to bleed? Just, and what? This is like the third Dark Prince section. Less than an hour.
Is this where I should resume the tale next time?
And yeah, get all your health back. If you were an idiot like me. Or, you know, it's your first time playing the game. So, yeah.
The prince fled from the arena, embarrassed by the unwanted attention, fearful that they might realize he was becoming a sand monster. But something tugged at him. The freed citizens believed he had come to rescue them. That people, his people, now lived when they should have died. This was just an accident. His thoughts had been only of reaching the vizier and exacting revenge. Perhaps now the prince would remember he once fought for something other than his lost honor. It was simply too soon to tell.
How I messed that up? I don't know. Just watch. Okay, bad time. It worked to my favor. And more water for another short section. Just watch, we're gonna go down the stairs and turn into the Dark Prince again. Yep.
Look at that.
Yep. She's alive.
How do you know my name?
Yes,
I eagerly await your response.
I have heard tales, wondrous tales of a beautiful and brave princess of India. One who
The
has traveled
prince
to
looks
Babylon
more or
seeking to
less the
punish
same,
an evil
just
vizier
older,
who has caused her great
where
distress.
Pharaoh
See? Now she's going to kill us.
looks different, and
How in the world have you managed to survive this long? Good luck, stranger.
like I don't get the redesign for Farah. I mean, again, like for the prince here, he looks older,
Shall I
which
control
makes
myself from
sense.
here, if you
But
like?
Farah looks different, and I mean, I don't know. I almost would have to see the two side by side to know just how different she really looks. And look at that, another fail. Another failure. That would have been close enough. But no.
She called me stranger. She remembers nothing of our past together?
Because it never happened. You know, no sands of time, no Azad. You get the visit.
We must catch up with her.
Fair enough. Though I suspect you and I want very different things from the girl.
Yeah, that kind of interesting with time rewind. The dialogue didn't. Yeah, the dialogue is always kind of interesting when you rewind. Sometimes it will realize that you rewound. Other times it like ignores skips the dialogue or whatever. And it also kind of depends on the game, which Prince Persia game you're playing. Now, I remember reading, like, there's a shortcut to do with this section, and either I'm too late to attempt the shortcut, or this is the moment when, but it's like something where if you time a drop down just right, like, basically negate the fall damage and you're perfectly fine, and you bypass the next, like this pillar speed kill puzzle thing. And there's odds are it's a speedrun strat, which I would have to check online for sure, but I'm not gonna attempt because I don't remember what you have to do. And I feel like the prince should not have been able to reach this chain, but oh well. And if I'm not mistaken, this is another double speed run you can do. Yep. No. It looks like it should be. It's not. And yeah, I kind of missed the opportunity for the glitch. And yeah, I'm gonna wait. Now, if you fail to speed run or speed kill the red guard, or sometimes some of these will have 2 or 3 red guards, and if you fail to kill all of them, they will go to the portal, stab it, and basically summon more guards. And it's like an insane amount that you have to kill before you can deactivate the portal. So it's just best to speed kill all of them. Eye of the Storm slows down time, and that's gonna be useful right here. And this is like probably the only time where that the ability is actually useful. Because, yeah, it's basically going to be mandatory. Wow, I'm... down to 1 health. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, basically the door slows down or closes really quickly, and you need to slow down time to actually make it through in time.
Should I continue? I will
Time.
continue my story from here next time.
Oh, and if you break these, you get a new secondary weapon you can use. I'd prefer the swords over the maces. Or,
You still have
Yeah.
feelings for her. Admit it.
Farah and I went through so much together. Though she may not remember, I can never forget.
screw ladders. Okay, let's try that again. Because I feel like I can do something. I'm just taking a minute to experiment here. Yep, so don't mind me, I'm just experimenting. And with infinite sands, what's the harm? Alright, but let's see. Let's see. Okay, maybe I can't do something like that, but hey, burbs. Gonna alert the guard. Our guards. And yeah, that's another reason why Yep, okay. I enjoy having the infinite sands because I like to experiment and get the games I play. And having infinite retries is amazing. Oh wow. Really? Game! This is my punishment for having infinite retries with the sword. Oh. I swear. Aimbot! The game's cheating faster! I can block forever. I mean, I know you have infinite arrows, but still. This is ridiculous. There. I had to slow down time to make it.
The dagger of time. How did you come to possess that?
Here we go again.
I took it from the vizier.
That traitor. He murdered my father, enslaved my people, imprisoned me. And all in the name of becoming some kind of god.
I know too well what he is capable of. But I intend to find him and punish him for what he has done to my kingdom.
You are the son of Shahraman? The Prince of Persia?
Yep.
And you are the daughter of the Maharaja. We both seek the same thing. Perhaps we should journey together.
Perhaps. Provided you can keep up.
I grow tired of her little tests.
It is simply her way. I assure you, she will prove a valuable ally.
Unless she shoots you again. Okay, so yeah, she came from that direction, but that's just a wall. She's secretly Kitty Pryde, Shower Cat. And then, I guess, go up, turn, and run a different, you know, whatever. This was like the only fighting style you could do in Sands of Time. The stab, stab, vault over, stab. Except for against those enemies that prevented you from vaulting over them. And yeah, the Dark Prince will comment on your fighting style. So he's gonna bash me a lot because I'm only using the dagger. Please don't tell me you're Deadshot 2.0. Alright. Lost too much health. Again, with the health loss. Should have seen that one coming. And I did. I still went for it. Fighting with only just the daggers sucks. But I want infinite sands. So just gotta take shitty fighting over. If you know, but take shitty fighting, but infinite sands. Really, game? I'll let that one slide. But of course, any others I am going to rewind. Because otherwise it means game over, and the game does expect you to rewind if you can.
Alright. I'm impressed. I suppose it is wise to work together. There is strength in numbers after all.
Farah
I'm glad you
is impressed with my horrible fighting.
Now let us find the vizier.
Good to know. You know, I can just yeah, just sorry, dead guy. But yeah, just essentially just jump or climb up this and yeah, but no, we have to run away from Farah. That's the direction the game wants us to go. Let's see. Yep. Any other? And the walls are too far apart. Okay. No real wall jump experimentation. And I forget when the next, but usually when we have the infinite sand sword, that means Dark Prince time. It's around the corner. Yeah, they normally don't let you keep the sword for long. I mean, I know where to go and all that. I wanted to see if there's all alternate strategies the game didn't expect you to take.
With the Dahaka defeated, the prince was slowly regaining pieces of his former self. The pressure and desperation which once drove him were gone. Grim as things seemed, there was now hope. Hope that peace could be restored to the land and to our tortured hero. But the vizier's army still hunted him, and they grew more determined by the hour.
Just speaking of experimentations. Nope. Yep. Okay, that I deserve that one. But there was some potential there. And depending on how far back... Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits here.
Tell me when you have time to hear more.
I will play a different game. I don't want to redo all of it right now. So... Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, Arkham Origins. Batman. Arkham. Oh, yeah, I could call him. Batman. Arkham Origins. Info updated. Alright, so here we are, Arkham Origins. I mean to be let's see, where am I? Oh, okay. Okay. Third Anarchy Bomb. Yeah. Ooh. Don't really know how well the stream is holding up. Can't really check it myself. I don't have someone with me to check it for me. I really need someone to double check for me. problem with this game, for me at least, is not a whole lot to say. I mean, it definitely would help if I had others here, but I'm not popular enough to have others here. I mean, hopefully it happens, but yeah, it's still strange to stream, kind of. I mean, I guess they all say that when they're starting out.
You'd be better off without it. You already knew that, didn't you?
It's almost as if Anarchy wants Batman to disarm or stop the bombs. Don't know if that is the intent or not, but that's just how I take it. Anarchy just didn't really have the guts, doesn't have the guts, and secretly just wanted Batman to stop himself, essentially.
Master Bruce, I'd recommend against trying to enter the GCPD without your concussion detonator. It's waiting for you here at the Batcave.
Afterwards, the cops all gone. Most of them are so crooked, we'll be safer without them. Someone's gotta keep the peace.
Not someone. Everyone.
We gotta fight! You cannot defeat the cause! We ain't got a chance! I'm gonna play. I'm just in it for the money.
What money?
Interesting. Even after knowing all you did about the places I targeted, you spared them.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Disappoint me? Not at all. Come on down to the courthouse so we can continue Gotham's trial.
They really should not have added a most wanted page. The press tab to view it. I mean, include, give the most wanted ad page, but don't have press tab to open it. Really shouldn't have had that part in it, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. from Burnley. Now let's get the data packs. There's as many as we can get in Burnley. Not a whole lot going on here right now. No real need to talk. I mean, can't really do this one, not yet. Okay. So oh. Connected to, I mean, let's see. Okay, can't really see him, but let's see. I'm Master of English. Yes, I am Master Linguist at English.
Come check this out!
I kind of like the neck snapping. That's okay. No, there we go.
Master Bruce, I'd recommend against trying to enter the GCPD without your concussion detonator. It's waiting for you here at the Batcave.
Oh, okay. You're marking this one. tried getting earlier. I can't do yet on this. There we go. Yep. I was wrong. Can do it now. Okay. First nightmare. Without being seen. And then let's see. Live threat or high. Yeah, without being seen. Let's see, this is something I need to take down. I kind of like the idea of completing challenges to unlock new abilities and whatnot. And it does work with Batman, you know, learning new strategies and whatnot. At first I didn't really like it, but it kind of has grown on me. But mainly because some of the challenges are like, well, that challenges, they're challenging and like annoyingly challenging. Oh, crap. Okay. There we go.
That freak's on our turf! Get him! We got a big guy! I give up! I don't want to die!
You should have thought of that before you signed up to work for Enigma. Where's the blackmail information you collected for him?
Okay, okay.
Alright. Let's see. Rope takedown sounds good. I'll save those for later. just I really don't have anything to say. I mean, I do like how this game, unlike with City, goes, okay, this guy is important for regular information. Let's make sure you can't accidentally knock him out. Like the game will recognize and will make him immune to the knockout.
You're one of the scumbags Enigma hired to collect information.
That I really enjoy.
I thought...
Shut up. Just tell me where you hid the extortion data.
Okay, you win. I'll tell you where it is.
Ow. That sounded like a bone break, like almost neck snapping bone break. So Batman killed the guy? Probably his first kill, but won't be his last. I just made myself sad. Okay, Prince Persia that. Really silent a lot during these moments, combat moments. Ow. I feel like Batman is more brutal here than the other titles, including Knight. Well, with some exceptions with Knight. Like here, he's not really restraining himself, but he realizes he kind of needs to restrain himself, so he doesn't Asylum City. And then Night, the gloves are off, and he's no longer restraining himself again, or holding himself back. I should say. Probably should. Let's see. I think I don't think you're inside. Some are inside buildings on it. You're showing here, so either no, can't go behind. Is there? Underneath? Ah, yeah. Still not strong enough to punch through wooden planks. Booster, even though it's not needed. Another wooden plank wall. You can't punch through, but he totally should be able to.
What are you doing back here, Taking a break from tearing up the city? Well, you're wasting your time. This tower's given up all its secrets. At least the ones your limited cognitive capacity allows you to process.
Nice. Yeah, probably didn't really need to mark that one, but I always like to mark. Yep, can't do that one, not yet. Yeah, I like having. I always like to know where the trophies are, even if I know where they are, and I always mark. Again, even though I don't really need to, it's just something I do. Filling the dead air with nothingness, because I can't think a thing to say, so you get to hear my horrible-ish singing, and but definitely my horrible improvisation. No, you don't. No one here. Oh, wow. That... I honestly did not expect... What? Can you actually, or did I get extremely lucky? Okay, I really gotta try that. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got extreme. I feel like that was like a 1 in a million shot. Weird. Let's give it a couple. Oh wow. Okay. It's possible. Did not expect that. Okay then. Good to know. You don't need. Normally you're supposed to use your remote battering, but you don't need to do that now. And for the 10 million of you that somehow watched that tidbit, you're like, well, duh. If everyone knew that. Remember that for later. I think it's purely optional. The alibi. I like that how you actually can do that or go there, and it's an actual location characters bring up. that is used. Alright, so what's the puzzle? Oh, okay. Is this a fail? Whatever. Still only talking to myself. Another data pack that is just right there. It's almost as if Riddler wanted you to find them. Almost. Let's see if we can actually activate this fast travel point or not. I mean, I always forget which gadget is required for which one. I mean, like, always forget. Sometimes you even don't need a gadget, just, I mean, like, one or two you don't really need a gadget.
I think you made the right decision. Recognizing when you've been beaten is the first step on the road to self-improvement.
Nope, I just missed a wee bit. I'll be back. Right now. Dive bomb to go up. And then that. And of course we can't open up that door. We're gonna beat these thugs up instead. For no reason, because I can't activate this tower.
How is this possible?
Yeah.
Hello again. I'm afraid you'll find I've stepped things up considerably. Which means I think our time together is drawing to a close. It's been fun, Batman. But all good things must come to an end.
Yeah. This... like... yeah, okay. So, what gets to me is we should be able to destroy that. It's wooden planks. How can we not destroy the good glide? I mean, Arkham, even Arkham Asylum Batman would be able to kick that down. I mean, just look. I mean, I get it for puzzle reasons, but still. Still, you should be able to. No. Whatever Montreal or whatever says no. So we can't. Batman's not strong enough. No. Should not be.
Extortion data, where is it?
Oh, that extortion data! I gotta find a new line of work.
Working with the Joker. Yep. Yep, I'm rooting her. Of course. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. They have is it really? Don't tease me, game. Just don't. Don't tell me he's here when it's not. Okay, what was that? I really don't have. Okay. Unless, game, your tongue is in there, in the wooden planks. The bats hands should hold. Usually be able to break through without using the explosive gel. C2 are citizens of Gotham City. Season's greetings. How much money did it take to actually make that custom billboard for the holiday season? Seriously. And there's that is a very old billboard that they just keep on recycling. You see, it's implied that unless it's down here. Yeah, should have thought of that first. But I didn't. I didn't. No. No, that's another gliding glitch. And another one I can't get yet. Nuts kicked in, kneed in, because Batman can totally do that to you. Let's see, is this another gadget specific one, or is it another? It's actually down below. Because that really, and yeah, there's some amount of anarchy to eggs throughout Origins that are only visible through detective mode, similar like the Riddler question marks. How these guys know this and actually make it possible, don't know. Just don't know. Let's see. It's implied it's in this cage. nothing there, and I'm confuddled. Very confuddled. If it's not there, then it would have to be ground level. There's nothing ground level to indicate red alert trophy. Or balcony level. And those green lights aren't helping one bit. Oh. Right. And there really isn't anything here. Good. Alright, I'll save you for later. Once again, I'm just an idiot, and something very obvious that I'm ignoring. I keep expecting riddles to show up, and that would be one of the riddle answers. Okay. See, this one, I get it's the answer's right there. I pulled up the wrong gadget. But alas, we can't do it yet. Because we don't have the gadget for it yet. Game? There we go. Let's see, do I want to... Still too high to really just drop down. Because I was able to lock onto it. Yeah, let's just drop down.
Backs on the attack! Check that out! Looks like someone...
Something to hide. Where is it?
I can't. You... No! I picked them up this afternoon from the courier and hid them around the neighborhood just like the boss asked. I was just following orders.
Again, another neck snapping. I'll just get this final handler and call it a night. A dark night. Bad pun. Bad pun, what are you gonna do when I come for you? This is gonna be a lot of fun with all these guys. Really, game? That was not me.
You don't scare me. I know you won't kill me. No, I'll make you wish you were dead. So where is the extortion data? All right. Damn.
Alright. I mean, if it wasn't for that lucky hit, that guy wouldn't have a broken arm. Or potential broken arm, I should say. I mean... yeah. Maybe one or two would have a broken arm. And that's that for this stream.